Hi.
JD, and you can't see me yet.
I'm Jimmy. I'm right here. Derek's over there on the computer.
Yeah, caught up with us quick. Yeah. I'm still trying to figure shit out.
That's okay. They invited me over here to run the show by myself until everybody gets here, so you guys aren't going to have fun. I'm just telling you right now. I'm just going to sit here and stare at me while I make faces. I'll play with my action figure.
I've done it on the show.
Whoop. Oh, there he goes. It's Rock Volnett. It's from a little Mega Man series they put out, 4 figures. You got regular Mega Man, you got Mega Man X, Mega Man EXE, Battle Network, and then Rock Volnett, whoever the hell this guy is. I just couldn't resist him because he comes with a little surf bot. It's cute. Translucent. Sorry, you can't see it. Yeah, little surf bot. You remember this?
Mm-mm.
It was what's her name? Chick from Marvel vs. Capcom had the big robot.
Oh,
that she rolled around in.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Well, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, they had the Servbot as a selectable character. So it's a little tiny guy.
Well, our show for tonight, our discussion topic will be.
Tell him, JD.
The word.
The word.
Nerd.
Nerd is the word.
Is it positive? Is it negative?
Did they make a song about it that we can run on a loop, kind of like Peter Griffin did to Stewie and Brian?
I want that.
Have you heard the nerd is the word?
The nerd
is the word.
Yes,
yeah, we should make that. That'd be great.
Patty and Tanya will be on the show, but they had to make a BEERUN. Yeah.
BEERUN.
Beer Run.
That makes sense. Okay. now that I break it down. Thank you.
Yeah.
For helping me with that.
There's a country song about it.
Oh, I'm sure there is. I'm almost certain of it.
Hey, we're live.
Ah.
I got notified.
I just pooped my pants. Well, guess I got to take them off now.
They can't see below the table, don't worry.
Well, I got to stand up. It's going to be full frontal tonight.
Tonight in the background we have Green Lantern, the live action film. Yes, I know it was a piece of crap, but I still like it. And for this week, your What's Out Wednesday update will include reviews on a whole lot of stuff.
He's got a whole lot of stuff. I really don't have a whole lot of stuff, but I've got some cool stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
it's too bad somebody didn't stick around, because this would have been awesome for them.
Yeah.
Is that the Lobo Road Order? Mm-hmm. I got one coming.
It's awesome. It really is. Like this is one where there are some comic books when I read them, I can't help but read them out loud, and this was one of those books. So I was over here imitating the voice of Lobo, and it was great. You know.
But this Wednesday you'll have a video coming to you with a full review of The Button, the DC series, intermingling Batman and the Flash.
Not to mention the comedian's Button from The Watchmen.
That's right.
Yeah. So
Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man #1. I'm not a big Spider-Man reader. I like the character, just don't really read very much. But I figured, yeah, it's a #1. Let's see what they're doing now. Also, Eclipse #8 from Top Cow. Beautiful book, wonderful writer. Zach Kaplan is actually a great guy, really friendly. So go check him out. And Superman #25, extra size anniversary issue. Now, I don't know what the anniversary is, but it's extra size and extra priced for $3.99.
That is a bit extra.
Yeah. And Green Lantern's extra size anniversary issue 25, also $3.99 with that extra price.
I thought they were drawing the line at $2.99.
Well, apparently on anniversary extra sized issues,
it's an excuse.
So it's extra price.
Not to mention these wonderful DC Hanna-Barbera crossovers, which are $4.99.
But they are hilarious.
Yes. Do not let the price make you shy away from this book, because it is worth every read or word. Or
It's wonderful.
frame, however you choose to enjoy it.
Hey, can you hand me my mason jar from over there?
Strawberry.
Thank you.
Oh,
You want one?
got a refill. Maybe.
Want me to spin it?
Yeah, I'll have one.
Okay.
But I'll give it a shot.
Yes, have some.
Oh, you already put it on a. Okay.
So,
I'll be right back. Let JD talk. Sorry.
let's see what Patty will have on
Friday.
Friday. Frightful
Horror
Friday.
Friday. Horror Friday.
Horror Friday. Broken Moon 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Is that just a 4-parter? Or?
No.
Oh, it's.
It
continuing.
is an ongoing.
Sorry.
And I don't know what movie she has because she didn't leave her notes up here.
Yep.
No, I didn't take notes this week. I'm naughty. Spank me. It's my birthday and I'm naughty. Well, tomorrow. Sort of. How many hours?
Something.
What time is it? 8:30?
Yeah, a
So
little.
9:30, 10:30, 11:30. 3.5 hours will be my birthday.
So what? You're gonna stick around so everybody can spank you at midnight? Is that?
Well, if spankings are promised.
Wow.
I got a belt.
See?
This is what happens when you're gone for a while.
Shit
Things
gets
get
weird.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. Makes you-
Should have been around for the Patty and Tanya shows.
Oh,
Daddy
those
and
were
Tommy shows,
amazing.
I'm sure they were.
Wow, those were.
Off the rails.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of the Patty and Tanya show.
Right?
Hogging up all the space.
You're good.
So yeah,
okay, I don't
I
have
read
any
those this week. I have a couple of other comics, and I have the Exorcist series, and another one. I forgot what it was though. But yeah, so I have a bunch of stuff.
This is why you have notes.
I know. Look.
Amanda, do you have anything to review?
Shut up.
So no. No. Big news. We have been talking to 2 anime writers, so the anime page might be making a return very quickly. I have 2 articles in. We're looking at both, weighing out who's going to make the fit. I know one of you is actually a avid watcher. We are weighing the options out. See who makes the best fit. So that's coming. Be careful, we're going to wiggle a little bit.
Ah!
Yeah, this guy's too bright. He
We
looks
need,
like a light bright because he has all the little dots.
I
we
want
need
a
you.
pig. I want little pigs.
Good God.
And now
That
I
is
want 2
bright.
pig.
Don't
It's like
draw-
an
Don't look-
LED
Don't
light
draw
bright.
don't draw my attention to it because I just blinded myself.
Yeah, it hurts.
The only light you really need to be concerned about is the 2 little blue ones, and
Yeah.
you stare right in between them for a second.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yay, he took
Hi.
it away. Thanks, Derek.
I didn't make it.
Too bright? Were we all just
There's
pale?
casting a glow on Patty.
I did my Morticia makeup today, so the glow would be okay.
But we remembered the lights this week.
Yes, so no Hitler stash, hopefully.
so he says no Hitler stash.
We're good.
But yes, tonight we were talking about the word nerd,
Nerd word.
the nerd word
Nerd
nerd,
is the word.
and whether or not it is the word,
I think it is.
and is it positive or negative?
I
Who
think-
wants to weigh in on this topic first?
Are we doing this now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
okay.
not? We're on.
Yeah,
What is
we're
your
live.
I'm not
definition?
prepared. I thought you were doing reviews first.
Everyone's a nerd. Because we all have that one thing
Everyone's a nerd about
that we
something.
know a lot about.
Yep.
You're a nerd,
The word nerd.
and it's okay.
Yeah. I think it's a positive thing for me.
It should be.
I mean, although I've taken a lot of different titles and owned them and made it positive for me, like growing up and stuff, you know.
Mojado.
I was called a freak all through school, and okay, not a big deal, you know, because I look different, whatever. But for nerd, I think it's the same way, where I didn't take offense. I'm just like, yeah, I'm a fucking nerd.
Keith wants to know why you have a shirt on, Jimmy.
Why?
I was like, what?
It's to contain the sexy manliness that is
Ah.
within.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
That-
It would
Too
distract
much.
from the conversation.
That
Yes.
and, you
No
know,
one
I'm
would
rocking
be
the
able to
Deadpool,
listen.
so
Yeah, I don't like this not being able to read the comments thing. That's weird.
What?
Comments on
iPad
YouTube.
app?
I have
Ooh.
my tablet with me if it's not dead.
No, pull it up.
She's busy.
Whip it out.
Got him up right here, so.
Yeah. The producer will let us know when people are talking.
Okay.
Okay, so I just looked up the dictionary definition of a nerd because I thought it might be relevant to the conversation. It's not a pleasant definition.
No,
It's
not
a
usually.
small, high sugar, high fructose corn syrup candy.
No, that's not what it says it is.
Oh.
The first definition it brings up is a foolish or contemptible person who lacks social skills or is boringly studious.
Really?
Boringly studious.
Yeah.
See, that to me would be geek.
And you know what?
They're
We're
two
here
different things
taking
for
it
me.
back.
Yeah.
Is that
And
what?
then, like, the next explanation for it is a single-minded expert in a particular technical field. That's because he was boringly studious and got a better job than you.
Exactly.
That's what just happened.
Is this
But that's
Wikipedia?
really, I mean, well, it's Google, but I think it goes off of Merriam-Webster.
We're here to take that back.
Oh, no,
We're
Merriam-Webster is an unstylish, unattractive, or socially inept person.
I'm
Totally
definitely
me.
that.
Totally me.
Especially one slavishly devoted to intellectual or academic pursuits, computer nerds.
No.
So many negative connotations.
Yeah, that is. That's all negative. No
Don't
wonder
listen to
people
the
use it as a
internet.
negative word.
Yeah.
Don't listen to the internet.
Yeah, we're
it's
taking it back.
bullshit. Except for us.
Yeah, 'cause we're awesome.
Yeah,
We're
we're on
trying
the
to be
internet.
honest
Don't
with
listen
you.
to the internet.
Yeah. Don't listen.
Don't listen to anyone but us.
Yeah.
You
There
can
you
listen
go.
to us all you want.
Yeah, because I mean, hell, we're what? We're doing this balls. We fucking live, baby. Live.
Yeah.
2 times. 2 time live.
Two-time?
Two-time live.
Two-time live.
Spreaker and YouTube. 2-time live.
Yeah. So if we
Two-time
fuck it up, it's gonna fuck up twice.
Yeah.
That's right.
Update your phone, Patty.
What?
Well, you can stream to Instagram.
Oh God. Okay. I don't know how to work it, but I'll try. I'll set it on the table and go all live and shit. I don't even know what we're doing.
I don't know. I have Snapchat, but I don't know how to use it.
I don't know how to use Snapchat for shit either.
Derek's laughing at me.
What's a Snapchat?
That's even worse. Okay, so probably click that video.
Are you getting it?
I'm trying to figure out how to find it.
You look like Wilson.
It was. I should take that picture and post it.
For me, nerd is somewhat of an irrelevant term for me. Because, you know, we do always ask everybody we interview, what's your definition of a nerd? And having heard a lot of different definitions from a lot of very different people,
Yeah, we've had no two the same,
no.
which I thought was very interesting about those.
But, you know, to me, it's irrelevant because everybody has that one thing that they're incredibly passionate about. That they know, they make sure that they're in the loop on everything that happens with that thing. Everybody's a nerd. We're all nerds about different things.
Come on, look at fantasy football.
That's definitely Nerdsville right
That's
there.
that's D&D for jocks, man.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's money involved. That's
There is that.
that's rough. But you know, if that's how you have your fun, if that's
Yeah.
what you enjoy doing, then you're a nerd about it. That's what we bring to the word nerd.
To the word nerd.
Yes,
The nerd word.
the nerd.
Nerd.
I just realized I was using a lot of erratic hinge yesterday.
I
You
do
gotta
that all
continue.
the time. All the time.
She makes weird faces.
Oh, God. Speaking of, I would say I have no control over what my face does while I'm speaking. I'm not even aware of it most of the time, but there's some great pictures.
Yes.
I've seen a
Oh.
couple.
The Silent Hill, though, that was my favorite.
That was a good one.
And that was not my face just contorting. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah, that was a mechanical situation.
Yes.
Well, it's a digital situation.
Digital. Yeah, I
So
guess
what's
it
your
wasn't-
definition?
What is my definition? I don't know.
Like, what's your take on the word nerd?
I looked it up. I used the dictionary. I spoke.
Oh, so you just whatever the definition says, that's what you got.
I think
I
she
mean-
wants to stuff her face with brownie.
I
Right
do.
now.
I just sat down with a brownie, and now you're talking to me.
They're my birthday brownies.
I mean, that's the way I think of it too. As someone that's passionate about something.
Yeah.
You're a nerd about blank.
Mm-hmm.
So, a zealot of sorts.
A zealot of sorts.
Yes.
Tanya's uber synchronized and coordinated tonight. She's got her Batman shirt and her
I know
little.
I did.
Oh shit! I didn't even notice.
You always notice this when I wear my DC jewelry.
I do. Every time.
That's awesome.
How nerdy are we?
Oh no, what's nerdy is why we're late.
Oh.
Tanya had to go to a Pokestop
It
on
was
her way
my-
back from the store.
Oh, that's why.
It was
That is some nerdy shit right
my
there.
7-day streak, and I didn't want to miss it.
It was worth it, right?
Yes,
Gave you a ton of shit, right?
Ton of Pokeballs all at once. Oh my god, it was
So
exciting.
yeah, we had a nerdy excuse of why we were late.
So, that's true. That
Tanya's
happened.
Pokemon.
That was That's my definition of a nerd, dear. Is the reason I was late today.
Yeah,
That's a fair definition, I think.
Yeah.
most definitely.
She was busy out nerding. She was
Yeah.
nerding it up.
Nerding in
got a shit
public.
ton of
Can you get a
Stardust,
ticket
too.
for that?
Nerding in public?
Not
It
that
depends
I
on
know
what you're
of.
nerding.
Oh, that's
Oh. This feels weird.
Because if you're out there nerding your nerd, that's a little too much, man. You can't be doing
true.
that.
He's got your spot.
Yeah, I don't like this. This feels weird. I'm like leaning into you. Like,
Trying to get more
this is my
comfortable?
spot. It's just weird.
Well, the reason we put y'all on the sides is because y'all are smaller than
Yeah,
my fat ass, and
We would
Jimmy's just a large individual, so if we would have been over there, the camera would have to be further away.
that
Alright.
Neil showed up late, so
Yeah.
we had to leave some open
So you
spots.
guys got
in
the
end.
good seats.
Damn right.
It
My bad,
happens.
fatty.
Damn it, Tanya. Yeah, it's all good though. It's all good.
I mean, I guess do the definition myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to find yourself, Jimmy.
Draw us a picture. That'd be great.
Yeah, no,
We should do that
it'd be
sometime.
labor intensive.
How would you draw the word nerd on like a
No, you
dictionary
draw
page?
each other.
You're terrible. Oh, okay. Jimmy?
Yeah, I would say
What now?
being a nerd for me has never been a negative connotation. I mean, even if it was, I guess, spoken to me negatively, like, oh, you're a nerd, you know, or somebody saying it as a derogatory term, I never took it that way. I always
Yeah.
took pride in
Yeah.
it because that meant that, you
Yeah,
know,
that's one of those
I
you
was
can-
recognized for what I enjoyed.
Yeah, you can
And-
easily respond with thank you and mean it.
Yeah, yeah. And then they're flabbergasted.
You
Their brain
noticed.
just explodes out the back of their heads and paints the wall behind them. It's great. I wish that had happened because then I would be, you know, not responsible for somebody, you know, being dead at that point that was giving me shit. That's a terrible thing to say.
A little bit, but it's okay. We're the nerdery.
My magically refilling glass.
Magic. You're
Came out of my butt.
Yeah, take it off camera for a second, bring it back, it's filled.
Yeah, behind my butt. It's magical.
Did it put the
If
ice in
moonshine
there
is
too?
leaking out your butt, I don't know what to tell you, man.
The Death Star is dying in there, man.
That was from
It's
her
not
butt.
faring too well.
Her butt's blowing up the Death Star.
Now you get the bubbles out of it. Boil the water first.
Or you can just use bottled water.
Bottled water, like distilled, or
Mhm.
no, you don't use distilled. It's drinking. It's, whatever.
Use distilled water, then boil
Or
it
use
first.
distilled.
Freeze it
Mm.
first.
Freeze it.
Oh.
Freeze it first, then
Then
thaw
boil
out,
it.
Then
boil
melt it.
Then boil it. That's a lot of steps, tonight.
You can either freeze or boil to make it distilled.
So
And with all
But
these
this is a whole
steps,
other
this is nerdy
conversation.
ice.
have we?
Yeah, it's going in a Death Star mold.
Has
so.
everybody covered their definition of a nerd?
I believe so. So now we're
Derek,
gonna be.
what about you? You're
Yeah. Unmute your
Talk
mic.
now.
Unmute.
Damn.
I was I ain't got nothing prepared.
Unmute
I
your
haven't
mic there.
got me.
Channel 1.
Channel 1. Oh, okay, right here.
Yeah.
Give me some time. Let me think up something right quick.
Alright. Put the producer on the spot.
Ah, shit.
I got other shit I'm trying to worry about.
No one is safe.
You're welcome.
But Delta H is coming up. Now we have multiple pretty big anime cons here in Houston every year. We have Anime Matsuri. Where is OniCon? Is that the one out in Galveston?
I think so.
And
Anna
then-
says good night.
Good night, baby.
And then we have Delta H. Now, I haven't been to Onicon, I haven't been to Anime Matsuri, but I went to Delta H last year, and I actually had a blast. An absolute blast. I loved it. It is a smaller convention. They hold it every year at the West Chase Marriott, and I had so much fun. And when we got asked, hey, are y'all going to come back? Yeah. It was a lot of fun. It is smaller, but everything is much higher quality. Like, all the celebrities that they have, you get to interact closer to them than you do at bigger conventions. You know, all their vendors seem to be, like, really top-notch. Just the absolute best stuff and awesome prices.
Yeah, they're not bringing all their junk to get rid of it.
No, they're bringing the collector's items.
Yeah.
And they're pricing it to get rid of it. Pretty much. The only anime figure I have, I bought there.
Overpriced vendors either.
And it's way down there. And way back in there. We don't have to whip it out right now.
Yeah,
Because that's a lot of work.
I'm not going to do that.
Now to put your head in my lap, I think.
I'm definitely not doing that.
Okay, I heard something about whipping it out and his head in your lap, and this is a different kind of show that I expected.
Patty's no longer on her phone.
Didn't we
You have
discuss
piqued
coming
my
in here with
interest.
expectations, Patty?
I didn't know this is what you guys called me back for.
Oh, yes.
It's not what I expected. I'm just gonna. I need to grab that too.
Yeah, you don't want to live that. Did you talk about that guy yet?
Not yet.
No, we can actually do
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
for the toy page.
Oh, yeah.
Because the toy page, I haven't done anything on it in a while.
Lil got a toy.
But we're still talking about Delta H, right?
Yes,
Is
we're
that a
talking about
toy we
Delta
need to
H.
discuss?
And not that kind of toy. No. She's 11. None of those yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
None of those yet. But I'm sure I'll find one eventually.
I think last time we talked
Sorry.
about anything going on with toys,
I
we were talking about
misunderstood you.
all the new Lego releases.
Yeah.
Which we should be getting a new catalog this week, I think.
Yeah. Some of the stuff that was featured, they've actually got some, I think, 2 sets coming out for Ragnarok,
Yeah.
which look really cool. You're going to get a World War Hulk, or Planet Hulk with the gladiator armor, and
Sleeve.
you'll get the counterpart to the collector, would be the Grandmaster. For those of you who don't know who is playing the Grandmaster, that's why Jeff Goldblum is going to be in Thor Ragnarok, because he's playing the Grandmaster. Kind of an opposite to the collector. They're
Yeah.
from the same race. It's just Grandmaster has this thing about collecting people and battling them against each other. So
You in the chat now?
I want to do
We got crickets going on.
Crickets going on. Y'all need to, pipe up, chime in, let us know what's going on
Yeah.
out there in the world. Because we're all nerds, and we're stuck here in our nerdery, nerding it up.
yeah.
But we're not nerding our nerds.
that. No, because that's illegal.
It's definitely illegal to do on camera. Well,
No nerd on
on
nerd.
on YouTube.
On YouTube.
On YouTube.
Alright.
We can't nerd our nerd on YouTube.
Sorry.
Uh-huh.
YouTube. I'm trying to find us. Because it's driving me insane.
You asked me like I got answers.
Look, there we are.
Yeah, row.
So you're watching us while we're what?
I love
Watching
watching us.
You love watching us?
Yes.
We really do need to get down with our own doing our own little riff track thing.
There we go. Yes. I love that so much.
Well, it was a lot of fun. It really was.
There. Now I can see it.
Well, she's on it now. You don't need it.
Mine's still thinking about it. Damn it.
Yeah, but
She needs
we can't do anything
Maybe
that's
I do need
licensed,
it.
really. I don't think.
We're
We
talking
have to
about
use a public access or
Yeah,
public domain.
Yeah.
Which we've discussed we're totally down for. Because me and him like stupid movies like that.
Because most of them are silent.
Yeah.
Which,
Oh my god. That leaves so much open.
what do you say we do the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari?
Okay.
Is that public domain?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much anything from the silent era is now public domain.
Cool.
Y'all can talk too.
Yeah.
It's
So, what do you want to do? Reviews? Do you want to do?
We're going to do the reviews later, and they will air throughout the week
Okay.
for these kind of people that have something almost every day.
Gotcha.
Little
gotcha.
tidbits.
This
That'd be
is now the
nice.
second
Morsels.
half of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second half is now first half.
Discussion first.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And it is live, and then everything else they
It's
have
Sunday
to
second
get throughout
half.
the week.
Yeah.
Second half Sunday?
Yeah.
Are we talking football terms now?
I don't know. This just seemed like the terminology. It worked.
Yeah.
Nobody else is talking about anything. I said words.
You said words, you've done stuff.
Said a few.
Why is
That's what I
Keith talking?
Yeah,
The what?
Keith.
Is Keith?
Keith, what's your
Yeah.
definition of a nerd?
Yeah. What
He's
is
probably, I think he's at work.
Well, he's being a bitch ass.
Hold on. So, trying to think of any nerdy shit that happened this week.
Oh, what did Keith tell you?
Oh yeah, I have to read it, and the guys will have to decipher it
Oh, okay.
because it made no sense to me. Stuff happened apparently, and I was told about it. Let's see.
We also have to verify the information
Hmm.
before we call it fact.
Oh yeah.
So we probably
Something
shouldn't go ahead
about-
with it
Maybe you
until-
should-
Well,
Didn't say
just
it yet.
skim a little bit of it.
Okay.
Something about somebody will be playing Miles Morales.
What?
I don't know. Somebody.
Like that it's been determined. So you look it up and
What?
find out
Maybe.
for sure who.
I did hear that.
Okay.
I don't know if it's confirmed. But
Something about the Black Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, he's the Ultimate Universe
Okay.
Spider-Man. That basically in the Ultimate Universe they killed off Peter Parker and he pretty much took over as Spider-Man. But now
okay.
he's in the regular universe because the Ultimate Universe was destroyed.
Ah, okay. This is for the animated Marvel universe.
Okay.
Oh, for the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. That kind of
Yes.
stuff? Okay. Okay. Well, that
There's a
makes
new
sense.
cartoon coming out?
No, it's been out.
Oh,
I
okay.
think, unless they're making something new.
No, it's an untitled animated Spider-Man film that focuses on Miles Morales.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
That means that they may be bringing him to the big screen if they're trying to get people exposed to it.
Yeah,
They're-
that's true.
He said something about somebody's
Possibility.
playing Scorpion in the new Spider-Man movie.
Uh,
I don't know.
Scorpion. Which one? Homecoming?
I don't know.
Maybe that's starting out the
He didn't give me all the information.
I was like, Scorpion's not.
Okay, back to this.
oh wow.
What I did hear was that supposedly, I don't know how true this is, but Matt Hardy is supposed to be playing Venom. So,
I did hear that.
I was going to say, Jonathan, have you heard that?
Tom Hardy.
or Tom Hardy. I don't think
Matt
wrestler.
Hardy, the wrestler?
Yeah. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
I met Jeff
Um,
once. He was really nice.
I mean, Matt Hardy probably wouldn't be a bad pick, but I don't know. I was always partial to Henry Rollins playing him because he kind of looked like Eddie Brock and seemed like he would have the right personality
Yeah.
for it. But I think, sorry Henry, if you ever watch this, but I think you might have aged out, bro.
Uh-oh.
That's who they've
Don't
cast
kill me.
as Miles Morales
What's his
Okay.
for the
name?
voice. Shamik Moore.
Huh.
And Liev Schreiber will be playing an untitled villain at this point.
Very cool. Very cool.
Stuff.
That dude just likes jumping all over the place.
Lee Schreiber?
Mm-hmm.
I like him.
I was kind of hoping they would have put him in the Logan film because even though I didn't
Yeah.
like Origins, I still liked him as Sabretooth. I thought he was pretty good as Sabretooth.
I was kind of hoping that they would,
Bring back Tyler Mane.
not necessarily that, but I was hoping they would actually unveil him as Dog.
Yeah.
Because that, you kind of have a slight nod to Dakin in there
Yeah.
with Dark Wolverine. So why not bring him back? But list him as Dog. If nothing else, like a picture in one of the little files that they were going through.
No.
That would have been cool.
No. I think they still acknowledge. Well, they still acknowledge that movie with Deadpool because they had the Deadpool action figure from the movie.
Yeah.
Which was like, I had that. That was the only figure I really cared to get, and it was kind of like half-hearted. It was like, it's a Deadpool. He's got Barakapool. Mouth is not there.
It's Barakapool.
Barakapool.
Why not?
Why not Barakapool?
Yeah.
Because that just not. It doesn't work. They shut him up, man. They shut him up to keep him from.
But his mouth grew back.
Well, he cut it back open.
No, it grew back.
It grew back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because the mid credits or post credits.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, why not Barakapool? Give him big old sharp teeth.
Not digging it.
Put it in a comic book. If he would have popped up in Deadpool Kills Deadpool, you'd be all about it. Don't lie.
As long as it was used in a humorous way.
Oh, of course it would be.
Okay. Oh, that would
So
be
that's
fun.
where we're at. If Barakapool had appeared in Deadpool Kills Deadpool in a humorous sense, he'd have been all right.
Yeah. Would've been fun. And if you watch how it should have ended, that was actually pretty funny too. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Well, the ladies feel left out here.
Apparently, we're hard to hear.
We're hard to hear.
Hard to
You're
hear.
fine.
Oh.
Surprise, surprise. But the three of us are hard to hear.
Oh,
I
we just
broadcast.
Yes. You just speak right at
Projection.
the damn thing.
Yeah, we need to get Foreman back on the show.
Yes.
Let him curse out a little kid.
Oh,
We'll
shit.
bring one of the kids out and make him walk in front of the
Are
camera
we
just so
really
he can curse.
watching this right now? Just because of the comment
Yeah.
I made earlier?
Probably.
What
It's
is
probably because of the comment you made earlier. This is the
Is it
Green
the green
Lantern.
one?
Yeah, the Green Lantern movie.
I didn't hate it.
We
I
were-
really
I didn't hate it either,
He
but
Thank you.
He was reorganizing our movie shelf.
Yeah.
And he had a pile, and he had another pile, and he asked me, should the DC animated movies be mixed in with the DC live action movies?
no.
And I looked at the pile and I said, are you sure you have Green Lantern in the right stack? Should that be in the animated?
Because for the most part it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but that was
liked
kind of a low
it.
blow.
I thought it was
I-
pretty funny.
It's not a terrible movie.
I'm not.
They went
I
too
still
far.
thought the animated was funny.
They went too far with Parallax.
Agreed. I think they covered too much story in too little time.
Yeah. You can't have. I mean, you really can't have Sinestro transition that quick.
No.
I'm sorry. I mean, maybe make him a Yellow Lantern, but don't bring up the core and Parallax and all that crap. You know, that's just
Yeah.
too much. Just trying to cram too much crap in there. You're covering like 60 years worth of history in an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Well, apparently this was like a written on the set film,
Yeah, yeah. It was day by day. They
Yeah.
didn't know what the hell they were doing.
which really, when you take that into account,
It's pretty
it's
good.
a fucking good
Pretty
movie.
good. It's better than Batman and Robin.
There you go.
I like that one too.
I like that one. I like that one a lot, actually.
And it's not
Did
even
you
a
see the
saving
poster,
grace.
Jen?
The
It's been
only
20
good
years.
thing to come out of that was Arnie and his one-liners.
He did great as Mr.
I
Freeze.
liked the whole
I
thing.
mean, he did.
too. I
He
like
did what they
those.
were
It was a
going
cute
for.
story.
Yeah,
did
it was
cute.
campy as hell.
Well, they
I liked
wanted
them.
the '60s style, the '66 Adam West Batman kind of
Yeah.
style to come back. And if you go back and watch those episodes and any episodes with Mr. Freeze in them, it's very much like Arnold Schwarzenegger's. Arnold Schwarzenegger took that character and kind of combined him with the.
Keith says get off the phone.
Yeah. Arnie kind of took that character and combined
God
it
damn
with
it.
the
Was I
animated
eating?
series.
Was I actually
Mr.
on my
Freeze.
phone?
So you didn't have Nora Freeze being a big deal
I'll watch it over
in
here.
the Mr. Freeze mythos at that point. They didn't start that until probably a little bit before the animated, if not the animated, to kind of flesh the character out.
I want to say it was in the animated that they did that.
Bruce Timm did a lot of stuff with that show
Yeah.
that really paved the way for a lot of popular characters. I mean, without it, you wouldn't have had Harley Quinn. I mean, that was an invention of Bruce Timm's, and he was inspired by the lady who voiced Harley Quinn, and a performance that she did on a soap opera as a Harley Quinn, as a jester, and he kind of based that character on her. So,
And then of course, Chad Harden put it in comics.
yeah, and it's an amazing thing, you know. That we look at all the stuff that we cherished as kids growing up and what we watched, and we're seeing the echoes and the homage to it all now. You know, everybody's really enamored by these characters.
I think it's kind of weird how, like, it's like this with songs too. Certain characters are so much more popular than others, even if the other ones are great and we're not much different. Or like, what makes a successful superhero or supervillain? You know what I mean? Because some
That's
of the
actually
other
a really good
ones,
question.
are very similar,
Yeah,
and they're not really
you're right.
any worse. But
And some of them
people
just
gravitate towards certain
Yeah.
ones. It's like hit songs.
Yeah.
What makes Journey so awesome?
I'm not gonna.
I don't
I'm
know.
not going there with you.
But
I'm
it's
not going down that road.
amazing.
But I will say there's a lot of songs where I heard the song on the radio,
Yeah.
bought the CD, and found way more songs I liked on the CD than the ones that were played on the radio.
Yeah.
And that's
We're
what
just
makes
gonna have
it-
to
more
agree
pop-
to disagree
No.
on Journey.
Wait, you don't
I
like
think-
Journey?
I think-
He loves Journey.
I love
I
Journey.
think-
I said Journey's great. I'm like, what makes
Okay.
that great though? Why is everyone?
But you're
love
wondering
that
why
so
other
much?
people liked
No.
it so much.
It's the hook.
It is.
Yeah, but other songs have hooks.
Are we
Yeah,
talking
but
about songs, or are
every
we talking
Journey
about
song
superheroes?
has a hook.
I feel like though songs are gonna have a different answer than comic book heroes.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same idea.
Yeah, it is.
You
Same
know,
Well-
what
concept.
makes it popular? What makes the people gravitate towards those characters?
Well, we all gravitate towards a different character, and why don't we go through that now?
I mean, I feel like you're gonna
Okay.
have the relatable characters are gonna
Yeah.
be more relevant to you.
Mhm.
I want
I've
someone I can relate
always-
to.
Yeah.
If I'm reading it, I want to be able to follow on. Like, I want to agree with
Picture
their sense of humor,
yourself
with their
and-
viewpoints,
yeah.
with their opinions and things like that. I want to agree.
Yeah. I tend to gravitate towards villains. I think they're way better stories. Like the heroes, I
you
think are
enjoy that they're
boring.
liberated.
Yeah, they just do shit. Liberation. Oh my god. I don't know what it is, but I've always liked the
Nothing
villains.
tying them down.
Yeah, and they do what they want and whatever, and they're brilliant most of the time. They're super intelligent.
Yeah.
So I kind of go for that. They're like super smart, even though they're evil. I'm like, oh, yeah,
I think-
kind
I
of hate
think-
people too.
I think
but-
Anna would agree with you on that one, because one of
Yeah.
her favorite comic book characters is Bane
Yeah,
from
see?
the comics. Not well, she did like Hardy's performance in-
Yeah.
in
Yes.
Batman, but that's what really sparked her interest. Ugh. I mean, the guy looked like him, but did not act like him at all.
Monkey work.
Oh my god.
We're doing a lot of Batman and Robin references in case you didn't notice. And if you have noticed and you get that nostalgic feeling to go watch the movie again,
Stop yourself.
you might want to. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I'll watch
Who make
again
it?
and enjoy it.
Oh, Jose, he made it for the show.
Oh,
hey,
woo!
Jose.
I read that wrong. Yay!
Welcome.
I'm like, who made it? What do you mean, who made what? Sorry.
Well, I gravitated towards Superman primarily because the first thing I saw him in was, of course, the Fleischer cartoons.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say I was a fan. It's just I was a kid and it's something that I liked. And then my grandmother checked out of the library Superman and the Mole Men on VHS.
Use the old George Reeves.
Film.
Yeah.
The serial film. Before the TV show. And that was it.
Was that kind of like the pilot for the TV show? Was that
Pretty much.
Because they were transitioning from radio to television.
Yeah. And yeah, they did the film, and it was a huge success. And all right, we're going to do this, and they did the TV show.
Very cool. Very cool.
But apparently, it was incredibly stressful for the TV show because they wouldn't know if they were doing another season until like a week before.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then okay, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Everything moved a lot slower back then.
Yeah, like you pretty much got to drop your shit, go to work.
Yeah. It's and that wow. It's like working at the video store. It was my first job. It was like back in 98, 99, VHS. It was
Yeah.
the primary medium to rent at that point. DVD was just barely coming out. And it took anywhere from like a year to a year and a half from a movie to transition from theater to rental.
Yeah.
And now it's within the span of like 3 months.
Tops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
some
they'll
of
stay
them
at the theater
never.
for a week, and then
Like
they're
I'm still
back.
better.
Yeah, they're back on. They're on the rental or
Yeah.
on the shelves at Walmart in like a month.
Yeah.
Suburban Gothic with Kat Dennings and the squirrely actor. I don't remember his name. But I was pissed because it came out to the theaters. Yeah, you'd have
Well, I
to
got
look
a
it
Polly
up.
Shore for that.
No.
No, he's a weasel.
So
Squirrely.
He's a little squirrely.
I'll have to look it up here. But that movie never came out on DVD.
Really?
Only digital. That pissed me off so much because I wanted
Wait
to
a minute.
see it.
If I can find Logan's Run on DVD, I can
You
find
can
that.
I'm
put it on
telling
a
you,
DVD.
there was no release date. There was no nothing for DVD. Nothing.
If they went through multiple private distributors, they
Maybe.
won't show a release date because everybody will have a different one.
And I've looked it up on Amazon and everywhere else, and I can't find it.
I
Okay.
bet you I can find it.
Okay, well, you look it
On
up for
digital.
me. So, Suburban Gothic.
But no, Jimmy, you've seen Superman and the Mole Man, right?
no, actually, I haven't.
Oh my goodness.
I have not watched much of the George Reeves stuff.
I'll have to let you borrow that.
Well, I would hope that you should, because I think I got the first volume for you.
Yes, you did.
I think
Yeah,
we've actually watched a couple episodes here, and it's cool. I mean, it's cool to see George Reeves and playing that character at such an early stage, and a lot of people don't remember that or know about it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people's quintessential Superman in their mind was Christopher Reeves,
Yeah.
and
I love him.
which
Me too.
is
Spencer.
an
from-
awesome.
Spencer from Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
But I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, it was Chris
remember
Reeves
his name
playing
now.
Superman. That was
Michael
mind blowing. It was
Googler.
awesome.
Yeah, 78. I mean,
Yes.
that really set a trend
Matthew
as far
Gray
as
Googler.
like the value of superhero properties, because for the first time ever, a superhero film not just was a success, but it made millions.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah,
that changed the game entirely.
What blew my mind about it was, well, I guess it's easier. I guess at the time it would have been easier to make a Superman film as opposed to a Batman film. And in the sense that, okay, yeah, Superman flies, he's got heat vision, he's got all these powers, but you don't have a lot of props to deal with.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't have a
It's fairly low
Batmobile,
budget
a
comparatively.
utility belts, bat shark repellent, stuff like that. So, no, I'm...
The bat ladder.
I just reminded myself. No,
All
they
those
did
signs
make a
are
Batman
expensive.
movie before that.
Yeah, with Kirk Allen.
No, they made the '66 Batman movie.
Oh yes, yes,
was-
but that was another serial film.
Right, it was kind of like the pilot for
The 66
show.
Batman.
Yeah. So, okay, my bad. I'm just. Gonna
But that didn't make millions.
no, it
Yeah.
didn't. However, Tim Burton's '89 Batman movie was pretty freaking awesome.
I
Yeah.
love that one.
I went to go see that with my grandparents.
I think that's
and
my favorite.
They loved it.
honestly.
Apparently, Burton really pissed off a lot of executives at Warner Brothers and DC with that film.
Pretty sure he gives no fucks though. He just
No,
seems like that tight.
no, he
like,
does
it's
not.
like,
He does
whatever.
not care.
Tim Burton gives no fucks.
Yeah.
He can afford not to ever do it again.
Because at the time, they had Superman. That franchise was kind of coming to a close at that point, and they're like, "Okay, we got to get something else going." You're a great director. We love what you do. Here's this
Batman.
property. Do what you want.
The man made
Tim
Gotham
Burton.
look awesome.
Yeah, he did.
Like he really made it look like a city that you'd never seen before.
And,
it looked like it existed in a comic book world.
And Batman Returns, Danny DeVito, apparently his costume took 4.5 hours to put on.
Well, yeah, he was wearing the pins in that bitch.
And apparently, with all the penguins and everything, a lot of that was shot in large freezers, or they would have a smaller room and made it look large, and would just have a ton of air conditioners in there. And nobody else could stay on set for longer than like 10 minutes. They'd have to come off. But he could actually stay on for a long period
Because he had
all the insulation from the suit.
yeah.
And Michelle Pfeiffer, her suit, once they put it on her, it was actually vacuumed down to her skin.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. She was cute in that.
Yes,
And,
I love it.
the
Danny
whole
DeVito seemed aroused.
the whole deal with Michael Keaton
Just say
Batman
it.
doing full body turns because his head was immobile.
Yeah.
Like his head was,
And
he
an
had to
issue-
develop.
an issue that was not addressed until the second Christopher Nolan movie.
I know. Holy crap!
I would like to be able to turn my head.
Yeah, could we hook that up?
And here's the thing,
How fucking hard
because
is that when you're spending as much as you are in this suit in the first place?
yeah, but
Just go down and talk to Lucius Fox. That's all you.
at the time
Yeah.
of the first Batman films, once again, you're having films that are being put together like weeks before filming.
Well, Lucius
So
Fox
by-
wasn't in those films, was he?
In the Nolan films?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he,
That was Morgan Freeman.
Oh, okay, yeah.
but
But before those.
No,
no,
Yeah.
He was
that's
only-
no,
why
he was a
was-
relatively new
But that's why he
character.
couldn't
no,
turn his head.
he was mentioned in the cartoons.
He couldn't turn his head because he didn't know
Oh,
the guy
well, yeah.
to fix it.
But no, once again, you know, with the '89 Batman, you're dealing with people like a film that is they're throwing everything together like a month before filming actually begins.
Yeah,
So if anything's fucked up, we're just gonna have to
wing it.
deal with it.
Adam West running around a freaking fish market with a bomb.
Nah.
One of those like Acme,
Yes.
you know, with the freaking wick on it and everything. Just running around and people are like, ah! Just trying to find somewhere to throw it.
But no, you know,
Ah, God.
they actually there's actually a whole bunch of articles that were just posted recently from recent interviews with Michelle Pfeiffer and Danny DeVito and Michael Keaton about the production of Batman and Batman Returns and how brittle his cowl really was.
Yeah.
And he had to change his body language completely.
Because it was so stiff.
Yeah. And not only that, but the cowl, his lack of mobility with his head, he didn't want to just do these awkward turns and crap, so he had to develop a whole new body language that would allow him to do full body turns.
Yeah.
But without looking as awkward.
Exactly. That's why you go back and watch Christian Bale and Batman Begins, and it looks incredibly awkward.
He didn't get.
No, it's just awkward turns.
You didn't get the memo.
It'd be nice if I could turn my head.
Oh my god.
And just think about that for a second. That cowl was one piece, and it was very, very, very cheaply made. You can't hear crap.
Oh.
Now I want you to think about that. A
Trying
real
to deliver
Batman
lines.
wearing that cowl. What the hell did you say?
Oh my god.
I could just.
When that's what
I
he's
could just
supposed
think
to rely
Jack
on
Nicholson
as a
saying
bat.
anything.
Yes, exactly.
You know-
Hearing.
Jack Nicholson being like, yeah, this is like the 20th take. You know, you're gonna have to get it, Michael.
But what if,
Yeah.
what if it was real?
What?
What if it was real? You know, you got the Joker just trying to monologue and Batman going, what? What did he say?
Said I really liked your wonderful toys.
Oh my
He has to turn an ear to the villain to hear them to. And then he's looking this way now.
Oh my god.
What?
Get one of them big comical like ear things that people used to use. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I feel like he'd be the type to just pretend like he heard it.
That's why Superman just does this.
Done. So yeah,
Where'd
we
JD go?
I think we've covered a lot of ground on production value
There you
between
are.
Superman and Batman movies.
It's cowl. COWL. Jose, it says it sounds like I keep saying cow.
Oh Jesus.
Cowl.
Yes, the cow.
Owl.
The cow in Batman.
For JD, it's a silent L.
A cowl prevents
Cowl.
him from turning properly.
It's always in the
When he
fucking
has
way.
it over his shoulders.
Oh man.
I
All right.
think we're gonna break Jimmy.
All right. So, since we're okay, well, now should we give our opinions on the current Batman and current Superman? You know, in comparison.
Sure.
Now, I will say this. I never thought I would love anybody as Superman as much as I love George Reed. I love Henry Cavill. I find it incredible. He's British, but it's okay.
Forgive him.
I forgive
You
him.
forgive him.
I forgive
Who
him.
have you seen that played Superman that you didn't like as Superman? Because you seem to have liked
Brandon Routh?
most of them. Who's Brandon Routh? Which one was that?
He
Superman Returns.
and he plays
He plays the Atom
Adam
and
on-
and Arrow and
Legends
Is that
Legends
the
of
only
Tomorrow.
one you haven't liked, though?
No,
Oh.
I don't like the guy that plays Superman in Supergirl.
Really?
I don't
I thought
like
he's
him.
okay.
I don't like
Kendall finally showed up.
Hi, Kendall.
Hello.
him. You're just in time to kiss the last 10 minutes.
I think Henry Cavill is pretty epic for Superman.
Yes, and he's British.
He can't get off of that.
I like whenever
He's
they.
British.
I like when they can fake an American accent
Yeah.
well.
So was the previous Batman.
That I'm aware of,
Yeah.
but I'm not that big of a Batman fan, and Christian Bale played it like a cartoon, so whatever.
I didn't like him. I think I'm the only ones. I didn't like Christian Bale.
I liked the storylines in those movies enough to make up for it. I still liked the movies.
I think the villains were probably the better part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
definitely.
still
The
enjoy the
trilogy-
movies, but
trilogy.
he wasn't my favorite.
Because I mean, you had some serious.
Jose, I'm glad you brought that up. Tom Welling was an incredible Clark Kent.
Yeah.
I have to say, the best Clark Kent.
Smallville.
Yes. Honestly, best Clark Kent portrayal I've ever seen,
I won't.
and I've seen
I
all
believed
but
him in
two.
the role. He was very believable.
Yes, I've seen all of them but two.
I can't really picture him being any different than what Clark Kent is supposed to be. It just seems like it's who he is.
Yeah, Kendall, we go off the air at 9:30.
What about Affleck as Batman? I know this is one that keeps coming up, and I'm sorry for bringing it up again.
You know,
You haven't seen anything with him
Yeah,
as Batman?
yeah, we give her shit every time it comes up.
Really?
You
need
know,
to watch that.
at first I was incredibly
I know.
skeptical. But he, of course, I was covering all the press releases prior to, like during filming and prior to release, and a lot of interviews with him and people asking him about Daredevil, bringing up Daredevil,
Oh.
which,
It's a
without a
sore-
doubt,
it's a
was a
sore
terrible
spot.
film.
Sore spot for him.
And
Yeah, he knows.
he greatly apologized for it, and he said, I didn't take the role seriously. I didn't comprehend the amount of fandom that is involved in these kind of movies.
That's why that's why they should have got
I don't know if I buy that.
Matt
Matt
Damon.
Damon.
I don't buy that
Why?
answer because he's a nerd. And
Well-
he understands the amount of fandom involved in one of those characters.
Well,
But
he
he's
was not a Marvel
he's not
nerd.
A Marvel nerd.
yeah,
either.
but he still
He
understands.
is a
fandom.
Batman nerd.
Yeah.
He still gets it. He gets what being a fan is. He gets
Yeah.
how important it is to people.
But it wasn't
But
one
to
of his
him it
favorite
wasn't
characters.
important.
No, but
Well, I
he
think
did
that's
say that he had actually gone to his storage building, gotten all his old comic books out, and picked up the new stuff, and read a ton of Batman. And he said that his performance as Batman and Bruce Wayne was his way of apologizing to fans for Daredevil. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again: apology accepted.
Hell yeah.
He's an awesome Bruce Wayne. He's an awesome Batman. Now, granted, it's not the same Batman that we see in the animated series or '89 or '66. This is a different Batman. This is a more modern Batman.
Well, this is a whole different universe from what everybody's used to anyway. I mean, you can read the comics all day, but what you're seeing in the films right now is something separate. It's something different. It's a retelling of these characters' history, and I think it's pretty awesome.
Blackbeard's bounty too.
I liked it.
On Eddie.
That's over there.
Never mind.
Oh, right there.
There you go.
We're good.
What I do like is, as you stated, he is a fan, and I think him being a fan of Batman really helped with him getting into that role, and
Yeah.
I think he played it well.
That, and he's really close friends with a longtime Batman writer, so
Right.
that definitely helps.
I mean, you can look at the movie as a whole and kind of give it, pick it apart and say, I didn't like this, didn't like that, didn't like this. But I would say at least the people who played their characters played them well. I mean,
Definitely.
I'll go as far as to say Eisenberg played an awesome Lex Luthor. I mean, it was a different. He wasn't the cool, calm, collected Lex Luthor. He wasn't the methodical thinker. He was the
I mean, he was
he was
methodical.
well, he was, but he was driven. I mean, he was
Yeah.
driven by insanity because there are these beings. There's this being on Earth, and that's there's this being on Earth that he is jealous of, and that's not something that is removed from the character. He's always had that jealousy to some extent for whatever reason, and I think the idea that and he illustrates it in his speech at the art gallery. He says, there something effective. He has all the intellect, but there are people out there that have all the power, and why should I have all the intellect but none of the power?
Yeah.
And that he feels that he is driven to save humanity or bring about change for humanity, and he doesn't have the ability to enact that change physically, but his thoughts and the way he thinks about things, and it really cements him by the end of the movie into being that villain. And you have no separation, no real sympathy for Lex, because he has come full circle and he has realized what he is to be. So it solidifies it, and I think that's important. You don't have any wavering doubt as to whether or not he's going to do something different. They've established it.
Yeah.
And that in its sense, that if you watch the extended version, I think you get a little bit more from him than you would watching the theatrical. So it fleshes it out.
Well, I think the Lex Luthor that they really drew from is the one pre-Superboy.
Yeah.
And the very first Lex Luthor
was that Golden Age or?
Yes,
Golden Age?
that would be Golden Age, because Superboy came out silver.
Yeah, the Golden Age was the age of comics where there was no Comics Code Authority. They weren't policing themselves and censoring themselves. It was before, I guess, the government decided to.
They needed to weigh in on comic books.
Yeah.
I still
What are
prefer
children
Rosenbaum
being
to Eisenberg.
exposed to?
Huh?
I said I still prefer Rosenbaum to Eisenberg, though.
Rosenbaum was awesome as Lex Luthor, but you still had that. You still had that lingering
I liked the lingering.
that you don't know. You
I
don't
liked
know
that
if he's
about it.
really going to
I
go
liked
full
that I
bore
didn't
with
know if
it.
he was good guy or bad guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know when his dad was good guy or bad guy. I liked both of them for those roles. I liked that when they were both in the room, one of them could be good today and one of them could be bad today. And they
A
might
character,
switch tomorrow.
once again, another character created by the television series
It was
Lionel
cool to
Luthor.
not know.
but
And
that's
sometimes it would seem like they were bad, but then at the end of the episode, you find out it was all good all along.
that worked for the TV series because you had
But
so
I can
many
see how in this
seasons.
movie,
In a movie,
you want it to be
Yeah.
more
you got to
cut and
establish
dry.
characters. Yeah,
That's
you got to
true.
figure out. Hey, the only doubt you have in
So
that movie
Eisenberg
is,
works better for the movie. Rosenbaum worked better
Now,
for the TV show.
Rosenbaum's Lex Luthor was actually drawn from Silver Age. Because the Silver Age Lex Luthor actually began as friends with Superboy.
Yeah.
And it was because of a lab accident. Superboy rushed in to try to save him, blew all the chemical fumes out, and it took off his hair. And in the Silver Age, that's why Lex Luthor wanted to kill Superman, is
Because he took
because
his hair
he
away.
made him bald.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
and,
Right.
Gotta love the Silver Age.
and Lex Luthor in Superman Returns. Very sorry. At Kevin Spacey playing Lex Luthor was probably that would be his rendition of Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor.
Yes. Yeah, it's actually even been said.
Which I think Gene Hackman was kind of along the lines of that Golden Age Lex Luthor as well. Kind of, because
A
he
little
was
bit.
the mad.
He didn't take it as close as Eisenberg did.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
Because the Golden Age, you're dealing with a Lex Luthor that is absolutely insane,
Yeah.
unhinged and untethered. Like, he has no qualms. He'll destroy half the planet. He didn't care, which is what made him so dangerous in the Silver Age, or in the Golden Age.
Yeah.
In the Silver Age, you have a Lex Luthor who's trying to keep up a good public appearance, but at the same time, he's doing everything he can to kill Superman. So,
Hackman didn't seem smart enough to me. You know what I mean? Like he didn't come across as intelligent enough
Well,
for my taste.
yeah. I mean,
Because to me, that character's smart.
it was played in a hokey way.
Yeah.
And
It
then
was.
and then you've really got to cater to the audience at the time,
Yeah.
People aren't going to really go that deep with something that's based on a comic book. It's like, this is for kids. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And you want the kids to understand it too. Yes, this guy's an evil genius, and
Yeah.
he cooks up these weird evil plans to take
Yeah.
out Superman. I got to destroy Superman.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that BVS really gave the director, the writers, everybody to kind of have even Eisenberg to have a little bit more freedom with the insanity and make it methodical and make it. It really drives home that you need to hate this character.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't want that lingering doubt.
Calm down.
Yeah, shut up, Keith.
Are we over? Are we running
No,
over?
we'll run over. This is good conversation.
Yeah.
Shut the hell
What's
up.
Keith going on about here?
He's bitchy.
9:30, bitches. Oh, well, do you need to go to bed, Keith?
I'm sure his kid's still awake.
Don't be a bitch.
Dude, do you let Kai watch this? I just gotta know.
Don't. Please.
Sometimes we say terrible
Kendall
stuff.
says, "Shh, I'm getting extra time."
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm glad somebody appreciates it.
Did you go get BVS?
Patty's gonna borrow it,
Yes.
and
Oh,
Patty is
yay.
expected to have a review next
Yes.
week. So she's
I gotta
going to
do my
watch it.
homework.
Make sure you watch the Blu-ray extended edition,
Okay.
Yes.
or ultimate.
Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, the ultimate extended edition.
Because I'm sick of you being involved in conversations and still saying you haven't seen that
I
shit.
haven't.
We're
I
ruining
still need
it
to
for
get
you.
Logan. It doesn't ruin movies for
Oh,
me,
okay.
though. You can tell me the exact whole plot, and I would not give a shit, and I would
Cool.
still watch it. So
Very cool.
there's no spoilers for me.
Okay.
This was Snyder, right?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on the Snyder cut because apparently there was 4 hours of film, like shot, produced, spliced together, like
And then-
ready to air in 2 films.
And then they, no,
The studio Warner Brothers stepped
We gotta go
in
part one.
with their giant pair of scissors and
Yeah.
then crammed it all together in one movie. Ultimate Edition really solved a lot of the plot holes that were in the theatrical version.
Yeah.
But there's still more missing. And so, 10 years after the release, we finally got a Richard Donner cut of Superman 2.
Which was the best cut.
Definitely. So I'm hoping in 10 years we'll get a Snyder cut of Batman vs. Superman. And somebody better make it happen. Because I want to see the whole 4 hours.
I do too.
Because, I'm willing to bet, that he did all that research and he, like, all that development for,
Yeah.
like,
All the
is-
things people
and
bitched
Bruce
about
are
that
there.
was wrong with BVS.
Exactly. I guarantee
there.
you it's there. It's just we haven't
It
gotten
got
a chance to
Cut
see
for
it yet.
time and
And they what that didn't do as well in box offices as Warner Brothers thought. So
they should have just let it be a 4-hour fucking movie.
two-parter.
They did it with
I was
Titanic.
gonna say Titanic
Yeah.
fucking pulled off a long ass movie, and they were an epic fucking.
You would
that
expect
was
it
one of
to
the
be a
highest
4-hour movie.
grossing money.
The end.
For the
Batman and
longest
Superman going at it, you'd expect it to
Yeah,
be
let's
something
make it
long.
Titanic.
Yeah,
I've never seen Titanic.
I watched it in theaters.
I
I
did.
did too.
I didn't give a shit.
I knew people
still
that went
haven't
to go see
seen
that
it.
movie like 17 times.
Yeah, I
Why?
refused to watch it. I was like, the boat sinks. I know it's gonna happen. I'm over it.
You're making money.
We had it in the 2 VHS set because it wouldn't fit on one of them.
What I thought was grim about the whole thing was that they turned it. First off, they turned it into a romance
Yeah.
movie. Titanic. Oh, it's so romantic. These
Yeah,
two people, they
no.
meet each other.
I loved
No,
it.
people are gonna fucking die,
Yes.
and you're
It's a
making
horror
money off the
movie.
movie that represents the death of these people.
It's a very slow horror movie.
Right.
Extremely
That made
slow.
millions.
It starts slow, but it escalates quickly.
Silent movies seriously have more plot progression.
Yes.
Don't believe me? I know Metropolis
Yeah.
is on YouTube.
Yeah.
Go watch Metropolis. It's incredible.
I think
After this,
Yeah.
it was on Netflix for a while.
Yeah. They also had what was it? The Journey to the Moon.
It's still on there.
It's still on there.
It's still on there. The colored version.
Yeah.
Which is-
with the redone music
Yeah.
audio track.
Titanic
Oh,
Uncut
God.
Extended Edition. I don't have that kind of time.
Oh God.
I really
no. No. I won't even watch the
Ah,
regular
there
one.
is a DC Comics or a DC not cinematic but DC television universe connection to the Titanic. One half of Firestorm, the Good Doctor, was on Titanic. He was one of the
Doctor Who was on a space Titanic boat.
No,
There you go.
I can't remember the character's name.
For the fans.
With Kylie Minogue.
Share information.
The
I know who you're talking
yeah,
about.
he was on Titanic. He played one of the people who was responsible for designing it.
Oh yes, yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah. So there's a
He refused to leave the boat.
Yes, yes. He was setting the
remember that
clock
guy.
as it was sinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Setting the clock.
That dude
In
was
the main
crazy. He
dining
had the
room.
problems.
He was over by the
He had the
fireplace.
problem.
Like, he designed the boat and he decided if this fucker's going down, I'm going with it. Like,
He'll
it
never
was
get-
like-
he'll
it
never
was
work again.
A really depressing story.
Yeah, it was
Sad.
it was supposed to be made with steel, but all they had was iron.
Yeah.
That's
Can
why-
I just say
So
what a
it all
bad
went wrong.
idea it is to ever name another boat Titanic, and I hear they keep doing it.
All right,
Let's
well,
go take a ride on the Titanic, Tanya.
I'm gonna
Fuck no.
I'm gonna run away
Chris,
from
there's
the
enough life
comic
jackets,
books
you're
a little
good.
bit since we're going on and on about Titanic. There is actually a conspiracy that I think was it Rockefeller. I can't remember one of the big.
Yeah.
I think it was Rockefeller, and he owned the shipping company that Titanic was built under, White Star.
Yeah.
Now, there was a sister ship that was built that was a cargo ship, and it had sustained damage on its hull. Now, the theory goes is that that ship was switched with the ship that was being built as the Titanic,
Yeah.
and they used
The damage.
the damaged ship. They repaired it and made it the Titanic, and took the other one. It was kind of like him doing a
Yeah.
little bit of a shell game with the money,
Because the money is
right? Because the
better
shipping,
with the shipping.
right?
Yeah.
You're going to get more money out of a ship that can haul shit from shore to shore than you're going to get out of a
Yeah.
passenger liner, you know. And
That's more important.
they even went as far as they even go as far as to theorize on or speculate on the insurance claim.
Ah,
Maybe it was intentionally
Yeah.
sent.
I want to know why in all sorts of shows, every time they go to the future, there's fucking Zeppelins. Where are my Zeppelins at? Because
That all ended with the Hindenburg.
I know,
Correct.
but now, like, they go to a period of time and it's always in the future. and
Ask the
whatever,
Rocketeer. He was
And
there.
it's always the fucking
was the
Zeppelins.
past.
Yeah, call him up.
I'll just call them up.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Cliff Secord.
Be like, hey, what's up?
Hey Cliff, what's going on? Want to know what really happened with Hindenburg? How come we don't have any more? You should fix that shit.
Right?
Also, what's your definition of a nerd? Just
Just wondering.
well, I got you on the
But
line.
I mean, Titanic sunk.
Anybody
that
who
was
reads my
tragic.
shit.
So why didn't they build a better Zeppelin?
Yeah, they built bigger
They
boats.
bet, bigger boats, better boats. Why
You got
not
like
make
what,
a better
4,000
Zeppelin?
thousand
You're allowed to keep
passenger-
trying again when something goes wrong.
Yeah, that airplane, the first airplane didn't work out so great
Yeah,
either.
The first most
I mean,
things
it wasn't
don't
as
work out
tragic.
The
but
airplanes were the death of the Zeppelin, and the reason why is because
Speed.
yeah, you could get somewhere faster. I mean,
But
granted,
what if I just want to go for a ride?
that was
Instead
the
of
whole thing.
helicopters, Zeppelins. How cool would that be?
Kendall, a little note for you if you love the Rocketeer. The comics are still coming out.
Yeah.
I got the last arc.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You got it all?
Yeah.
Cool.
Is Betty still in it?
Yeah.
I love her.
She didn't play
I love her
a
in real
big
life.
role in the
I don't know
last
what she
story
does
arc that
in
they
that.
did, but I've
Weren't
heard
those like
that
a
she's in a
series
new one.
of like vignettes, like little stories, kind of?
It was like half the book is Rocketeer, and it's half something else. I don't remember
Oh, okay.
who the other else character was, but they're still splitting it up half and half.
That's pretty cool. So you get 2 comics for the price of one.
Yeah.
Hey, Derek, what's your definition of a nerd?
You've had all show to think about it.
He wasn't thinking about it. He wasn't.
I've been doing.
He's like, I've been doing shit.
Passion, definitely. It relies on passion. It's like when you show a passion to something, I think that's when you bring out your inner nerd.
All right.
So basically, we all agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kindle, that publisher is
To be a
IDW.
nerd is to be passionate. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Reach
if we
out
had
and
called
grab
this
it.
the Passionery, people would have thought differently.
Yeah.
So we called it the Nerdery.
Yeah. They definitely.
It's
Yes,
all about
Kindle, I know
passion.
you're not. You won quite a few from us.
Congratulations.
Right?
By the way, the vault has started to regenerate. It got its first comic into the vault today, which would be Batman 21, which is the as part 1 of the Button.
The Button series.
Because somehow
You ended
I
up
wound
with
up with 2 copies.
Whoops.
And then that's the regular cover, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Not the venticular cover.
Yes.
More
I had to get
trains.
those.
I've been on a train and it is actually really nice. Like I went from Syracuse to Cleveland, Ohio, I think. Syracuse, New York.
Oh wow.
And it was a good little trip. It took quite a few hours. It was great. I was, I think, 19. The guy next to me was buying me wine. It was wonderful. It was just-
Subways aren't that nice.
no. I haven't been on a subway.
I don't think
I went
they
in New York.
You've
Yeah.
never been on a subway?
No.
Brooklyn,
But
you're
New
from
York
New
City.
York.
I'm from upstate New York.
Yeah, she's not
Oh.
from New York City.
Kindle, that publisher was IDW.
But you never even visited? Like,
No. All I thought was down there was shopping. And I'm not a big name brand shopper. So I was like, why am I going to New York City?
I'm gonna go to New
I
York
regret
City.
it now.
Well, yeah.
I only
that
shop
I've
name
been
brand for
around
my
it.
hats.
There's very few things. I'm picky with my
Yes,
names.
there are name brand hats.
I like Betsy Johnson. She's my favorite.
Snapback
That's the only designer I give a shit about.
and whatever you wear. What do you
Bailey's.
wear? Bailey's, okay.
Bailey's of Hollywood. Or Gorin, because they're the same company. They just make different hats.
There you are in form.
I like trip pants.
Trip pants. They still make those?
No, I don't think
They
so.
brought
They
back
have to.
Jinkos.
They
did
still
bring
have
back
Jinkos?
They brought them back.
They
What?
brought them back. They're
And
still
they're
just as expensive as they were before. And now you gotta wait before you can
I
find
think
used
they're,
ones.
they're more expensive now.
Really?
They went
60,
from being-
70
Well, now
bucks?
they're equally
they're
as
like
expensive
80,
as they were at
Holy.
the time. Yeah, it went up with inflation.
Where's my slap bracelets, man?
Oh, hell yeah.
Bring back the Swatch.
It's all
I think
about that
they
fidget
did
spinner
that
now.
for a little
Yeah,
while.
right?
Bring back the Swatch, man. 99-cent watch that can be run over by a truck and still work.
I made a thing and I think I lost it.
Okay.
You know.
Kind of lost her. What's going on?
We have
what's
sponsors.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
God, what did you do?
I fucked some
Nothing.
shit up, man.
We all forgot about that.
I'll do the other.
Sorry.
I'll pull up. I'll pull up Captain Jack's. That's what I'll do.
Okay.
Because their phone number's in my phone.
Jacks,
I got all my Jinkos
Elixirs,
at like
322
To East Texas Avenue, Baytown, Texas 77520.
I know that part.
And All Star Comics and
Wait, we gotta do
Games.
phone book.
Okay.
We'll get to it.
Phone number 281-837-3543.
Okay, now your turn.
Okay, and All Star Comics and Games, 2348 North Alexander Drive, Baytown, Texas 77520, and phone number is 281-839-7127.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Am I supposed to plug somebody? Or?
No.
No, you're good. That sounds horrible. Now we're gonna get back to that whole
Had to get one.
damn it. That whole impact situation.
He was supposed to plug, like, he sounded so obedient, too. He was like, do I need to plug anyone before I go? I mean,
Sounds like a hitman.
Just with that right there.
oh, that's great. Sorry.
Nothing will make anybody jump like bean dipping them while they're on a
If you're
ladder.
gonna do that,
Oh,
you
Jesus.
need to be respectful and cut your nail.
Yeah.
Why?
Jesus.
Stimulates the prostate.
It's more like it would probably stab the prostate.
Yeah.
Stimulate it.
Well, that's
Jesus.
stimulation. I mean,
It's a sensation.
It's just getting a little too personal.
nobody
Anyway,
said it was a sensation.
We're going off the rails. Thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure to check the website. Check back throughout the week on the YouTube. Subscribe, like the video. Let us know what you think.
Go on
And
our
if-
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Yes.
Like us, share us often. So yeah.
You could even plug us if you want to.
Not that one. That one's mine.
not this one, because that's an exit only.
So you can plug Patty anytime.
Or Derek.
If
She is the VP of war.
if that cranks their
Yes.
tractors, go for it. You know, just be respectful. Ask them first.
It's
Remember,
all about consent.
consent.
Poor Derek. Okay.
Consent is
Sorry.
possibly
This is my fault again.
fuck. consent is possibly implied if you yell surprise first.
Should we say goodnight, everybody?
Yeah,
Good night, everybody.
I can say goodnight, JD.
soul now, and they can feel me somehow. Oh, every night you bring me joy and happiness. One connection, yes, we two are one. Oh, me and you are dancing in that beautiful dress. All those high heels and that great ass too. Sometimes in my bed at night I'm sitting all alone, no sleeping in silence. I wanna talk to you, son.